Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and welcome to another video on Lord of the Rings Home. Today is Sunday, and what does that mean? That means that all of the challenges are open for hunting season. That's fine, yeah, whatever. Anyways, some people have been asking me exactly what kind of teams that I use to get through my challenges, and now that I'm level 46, I just hit level 46 actually today, I want to kind of run over all of the challenges. We're not necessarily going to play through all of them, but I want to kind of at least show off some of the teams that I'm using. So for those of you who, might be following along with me, or at least in my video journey, you can get a better understanding of what characters I'm currently using and where I am at in my challenges. Maybe you're a little bit ahead further than I am, depending on what kind of characters you've invested in. But if you're ready to go, everybody, then let's boil this down. And let's get started. So, I'm just gonna, a little caveat here. This is my worst challenge. This Dark Relics one is the one that I'm furthest behind in. And that's because the tags for this is orcs and elves. Now, I'm hopefully gonna be able to clear tier 3, believe it or not. I'm like not even done tier 3 when the majority of my other challenges are at tier 4 or 5 at this point. And why is this? Well, up until now, literally today, I just unlocked Azhak. And he is the 4th Isengard. Okay, he's the 5th Isengard member, so there is Morzha. Not building him. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are questioning that. I don't like his kit. And as far as the Shadow campaign goes, there's no chance in hell I'm replacing him with. I'm not replacing Ironhide Troll for him. It's not happening, so I don't want to kind of, we know that resource management is really strict right now, and so I can't afford to, level up another one of these guys that I don't really have a use for longer term. Now, maybe it might come to pass that you might need the full Isengard 5 for a future event, and, I might have to build it then. But for now, I'm not. Now, so what are my other options? Other than the elves, which actually, might end up being the case. That might be the, hopefully maybe I can clear this challenge with just the 4 of them. But as far as my future challenges for this, I'm thinking about some of the elves, because as you guys may have seen in some of my other videos, that I am actively shard farming Naramiri, Leliel, and I probably wouldn't throw Leliel in there, but I might throw Naramiri in there, because they're a healer. And I know that aside from Ugluk's leader passive, there's no real, on-demand... Okay, so Dunhar has a pretty crappy heal. It's, one person. But there's no, wider healing. So I might use this character, Naramiri. I'm pretty close. Actually, I might get them unlocked. I mean, I could refresh the node, and I'd probably get them unlocked. And then maybe I'd be able to build them up a little bit. But the problem is that I'm not really confident that... I'm not 100% confident that I'm going to be using them necessarily. They're also not part of that Rivendell team. So that's a bit of a problem there. So I don't really know who my 5th character is. I'm pretty close to unlocking Bolg. I'm at over 35 shards. What am I at? It says I have more than 0 to 45. That's bugged. I think I'm at 35 or more out of 45. So I may just wait to fill this spot in with Bolg. I might fill it with Shagrat, but I'm not really going too far out of my depth here to do this right now, because I don't want to level up Nuraz. I've discussed Nuraz in the past. I'm not a big fan of him. I don't like his kit that much, and oftentimes for the campaign anyways, you can't even use the summon because of the NPCs that are often accompanying these missions, which makes it challenging to use that, even for Eomer actually in the light campaign, but I still use him in my arena team regardless. So I'm kind of stuck here. I'm going to hopefully be able to now clear this, though, with 4 characters, and the rest of my orcs are, my Isengard orcs are level 40 as well, so hopefully this can get cleared, and I don't actually need a 5th for now. So for that 3rd tier, obviously that's going to help. For tier 4, it's level 40, so I should be able to do this as well, but because I don't have a 5th character, this might be a little bit challenging. What does it do? It gives you an extra purple crystal fragment, which frankly, I'm not even using at this point. But I guess if you're able to get some ahead of time, because you're going to need this to go from gear tier 7 to 8, I believe, maybe 8 to 9, I don't remember now, and so I don't actually have any characters to use these as of yet. My Ironhide Troll is actually sitting at gear tier 7, but currently I have no real use for these at the moment. That being said, you should probably just get as many of these. These blue crystals are going to be a bottleneck for a very long time to come, because this is the current kind of majority of the gearing, both on the light side and the dark side. Now, for Forged in the Deep, this is the exact opposite. This is the light crystal version. Now, I have been able to do this. The difference is can I... Oh, wait, does that mean I can't actually show you? I can't show you what teams I'm using. So this is humans and goblins. Now, it shouldn't be, you know, much of a surprise that actually the majority of these are covered by the Rohan team. So you have Eowyn, you have Eothane, Eomer, Strider is a human, and who is the fifth character that I'm using? I don't know. I would have to go back and check this now, just to be sure. I don't think I'm using any goblin characters. I'm pretty sure all of my characters that I'm using for this are human. Wubete. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, Wubete. I've been using him for quite some time in my Shadow campaign. I may drop him for... Actually, no, I'll be using him I might drop him for Azhak, as in the Shadow campaign, actually, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm using the Isengard 3, Ironhide Troll, and Wubete. Now, until Azhak can, you know, get a little bit higher, as I said, I just unlocked him today. He probably won't be... I don't know if he'll be better than Wubete at this point, because Azhak's... I don't think he's level... Or actually, no, he just hit 40. Maybe. Might be enough. So those are the 5 characters that I'm using for that. Some people have decided to... Oh, I don't know why I clicked on Gardener's Journey. Some people have been using Wubete as I recommended, as he's available very early on. You can find him in the Arena store, and so he's very easy to pick up. I did clear this at Tier 4. Unfortunately, I can't go into the actual level. Like, I thought maybe I could, like, uncheck this to go into the manual, but it won't let me do that, which is kind of stupid. So, yeah, I'm at around a 10k level, though. As you can see with my count, though, I'm, like, level 46. So keep that in mind, too. I did this about maybe a level or 2 ago. So a lot of these ones that I've done more recently, you can do this at level 45. Gold, super important, but this doesn't matter. Light characters, again, this is what I'm using in my campaign. So it's going to be the Rohan 3. It's going to be Strider, and Pippin is actually my 5th character. Now, you might have a different character to use in that slot. I am actually, unfortunately, still using Pippin as far as my light campaign goes, but I do want to drop him. So I don't know if I'll end up dropping him for Naramiri, who, you know, actually has a group-wide heal as well, and maybe has slightly better non-Hobbit stats that might survive better. But yeah, that's currently what I'm using here. And again, a lot of this has to do with the gear tier of your character, the power of your character, and the account level, things like that. You'll get it unlocked over time. This was a big one that I actually finished just like a day or two ago, because the difference between tier 4 gold and tier 5 gold, while it might not seem like a lot, that's 8,500, but that's times 3, so it's more like 26,000, and then over 3 days, different days, because you do it 3 times a week, that's like 78,000. So it's a lot of gold that it adds up as on a weekly basis, and so on, and so will the other ones as well. There's only actually one more, which is at tier 6, so I'm a little bit further away from that. Lost artifacts, I recently cleared this one as well, tank and healer. So a lot of these, again, are going to be covered by some of the characters. You know, I wish I could just click on it and show you, so now I have to do the long way around, which is going through here and showing you my tank characters. So that's going to be Ironhide, that's going to be Wubete, that's going to be Ugluk, that's going to be Eothane. So that's 4 just there. And what was it, tank and healer? So it's probably going to be Pippin. Nope, Dunhar, sorry. Pippin's not even considered to be a healer trait for whatever reason. So those are the 5 characters that I'm using for that, and I was able to clear the latest challenge at a gear tier, tier 4. Whatever that one was, Lost Artifacts, yeah, tier 4. And then the next one's not until 50. So this one's a little bit of a... These things suck, because this is really the only way that you can get challenge tokens for Bolg or Halbarad. And it's very slow. This is like, what, 3,600 a week? What is that? Like 10 shards? 12? I don't know. It's a really slow drip, honestly. This one, pretty important. Apparently, I suck at it. So tier 4... This one I can show you. This one is the one where the final wave has the Rivendell team. It has Elrond, it has Arwen, it has Eladin, it has Lomian, and it has Strider. And I found this really challenging. Maybe it's because, you know, and I'll tell you why. It's actually because my Pippin dies, because I can't keep him alive. That's how I managed to get a 2-star, because the other ones I'm actively leveling. Pippin, as you can see over here, he is 1180 power. He's not gear tier 5, because I'm really reluctant to put even more resources into him, and he is level 40. So that's as far as I've taken Pippin. I really don't want to put any more into him. I might be able to replace him now with Azhak, because he actually qualifies as an attacker or support character. But you can see the listings that I have here, and this is the primary characters that I'm using for my Light and Shadow campaigns. All the characters I've regurgitated before, Strider, Eomer, Eowyn, and Mauher, who's part of my Shadow Isengard team. I might give it another shot to see if I can just do it with Azak instead of Pippin. I don't know how frequently I actually get Pippin's heal off, so I don't know if I actually need it. It might just be the raw damage that I might need to get me through. Whether or not this allows me to get through the next stage after that, I don't know, because it's available. I could do tier 5 as well, but clearly if I'm struggling with tier 4, this might be a bit wonky here. So let me know what you've been using if you actually have cleared tier 5 at this point. Maybe I can get some pointers from you. Battle experience. This is pretty important as well, and some of the reasons why I'm not as further on this, like I could do tier 4 and tier 5, and I'm going to give it a better shot today. I might not have just been trying, honestly, on this one, but XP is super important. I've made videos on this. XP is very important. It's more of a bottleneck. I'm not sure why I haven't finished this, to be honest. Maybe it's because I haven't tried it more lately, and my Ironhide Troll is a lot stronger, so I might be able to do it now. I'm not sure why I didn't give it a go. Otherwise, I have Azak here. My goal is to eventually replace Wubei with Azak, who I recently unlocked. Again, kind of a little bit later in the campaign. I believe he's in Hard Light 4. Oh, that's what I want to say. I mean, he's in there somewhere, and Wubei is just very early on accessible. So in filling that sort of 4th or 5th shadow spot, very easy to do with Wubei, but I think that he's going to slowly, fall off a little bit, and I'm going to try to get him replaced for Azak, who's going to have that synergy for the Isengard that's going to be so much more important, especially as I go through the shadow campaign. There's no way in hell that I am dropping Ironhide. He's just too good. He's got too much AoE damage, like on both of his skills, and he's part of my arena team. So yeah, Morzha, sorry, bud, but you just not making the cut. He's down here, just not touching him unless I have a better reason to. I realize that there's Isengard synergy that I'm probably missing out, but I just don't like the lack of damage in his kit, and I don't think the buffs that he gives is overwhelming enough to replace him. And obviously, there's no point in replacing any of the other Isengard orcs because they're much better as well. So that's all of my characters. I don't have a lot of them. I've been trying to be very, very clear-cut about who I'm gearing because I don't want to diverge too much. As you can see, if any of you have been following my resources, some people follow my resources from video to video. I'm down a lot more than I usually am in gold. And the reason for this is because I just unlocked Azak, like I said, a few times already. And so I put more gold and XP modules into him. And just to be clear as well, I want to show that off, actually. So where is he? Before we end the video, the sorting in this game is atrocious. So let's go. So he is level 40. Because I did get you get a bit of bonus stats at level 40. But I just want to kind of show you off my gold and my XP modules. Now, I'm kind of neck and neck here. And what this means is, like, I could do this. I can't go to 46 because I don't have enough XP. But this is, like, the extent of what I can level my characters. Now, since I just hit level 46, I did raise my arena team up to 46. So that's kind of why I'm a little bit down on XP. But it is a bottleneck, for sure. Like, I can't pivot now to another character after getting him up. This was it. There's not enough XP modules for me to kind of keep up with my arena team and also keep up with another character. Like, even one character whatever your current max is a lot of XP modules. And this is one of the biggest bottlenecks in the game that you can't buy. I just clicked on it and literally it just sent me to the store where there's nothing here other than this same offer that came out in the beginning of global launch. Maybe they're going to address this. Who knows? That's going to be a video for another day, though, and that's going to be the end of this one. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.